advertising the idea of embracing this new digital currency.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. People got mad at them when it crashed.
Kim Kardashian actually got into trouble. She got into
because she was telling people to buy crypto.
Yeah,
when it crashed.
something. She actually got into legal trouble because of it. Yeah, because basically they were selling something that now has made a lot of people go broke.
They're selling what the Diaz brothers like to call wolf tickets.
Yeah, wolf tickets, dog. That's what they were selling.
Wolf tickets.
They're selling a bunch of bullshit.
SEC charges Kim Kardashian for unlawfully touting crypto security. Whoa. The Securities and Exchange Commission today announced charges against Kim Kardashian. You do not want that statement to ever be read.
No.
The Securities and Exchange Commission today announced charges against Kim Kardashian for touting on social media a crypto asset security offered and sold by Ethereum Max without disclosing the payment she received for the promotion. Kardashian agreed to settle the charges, pay $1.26 million in penalties, disgorgement, and interest, and cooperate with the commission's ongoing investigation. Yo.
She's got problems with the man.
So the man says the SEC order finds that Kardashian failed to disclose that she was paid $250,000 to publish a post on her Instagram account about EMAX tokens, the crypto asset security being offered by Ethereum Max. Kardashian's post contained a link to the Ethereum Max website, which provided instructions for potential investors to purchase EMAX tokens.
The only way that those tokens have value is if they're promoted by influencers and celebrities for you to get like, oh, they're just by them endorsing them. You're going like that's the only way they can have value. Otherwise, they don't represent anything that's being done. So
but a token freaks me out. Like, what is that's a new thing I don't understand. What is the difference between a token, which is one of the points of contention about this FTX thing, and a coin? They're different things?
They can be.
Yeah, well, this guy was explaining it, and I was like, what the fuck? And this guy was an expert in finance, and he contacted them, and he gave them a series of proposals in order. I think they wanted to invest in something, and they literally said back to him, "Go fuck yourself."
This is why I was always skeptical of it, because, like, look, I'm not a smart dude, right? But you know, astrophysics should be hard to understand, but like money should be a simple explanation. And anytime I would ask questions about Bitcoin, I just couldn't understand it. It was like when someone tried to explain the sport curling to me. I'm like, I still don't fucking get what's going on.
Yeah, and
it's
you're
like,
never going to get it.
And if it's too hard to understand, then I get like, oh, something's fishy.
It's very cultural, though. The curling thing is like baseball.
What are they doing, though? Are they cleaning the ice?
No, they're pushing a fucking hockey puck and trying to make it knock into the other one or get into the perfect circle. It's
See, you don't even
you do when you're frozen in for 8 months at a time and you're in the middle of the north of Canada.
Yeah.
Play that link. This guy kind of explains what happened. We'll get to the first couple of minutes of it.
That was still a vague explanation.
Yeah, it's fucking. They get real touchy about it up there. I was knocking it one time. I was up there doing a show, and I was like, like the people that were in the audience, the place where you walk through and you get seated was all filled with pictures of curling events. So they had a bunch of curling events there while they were doing comedy shows. And we were just shitting all over curling, and they were like, just like, You can tell they're actually
that part
bummed
I
out.
think is in this video. I was about to pull up too.
Well, just play the other one because the other one he gets it to it right away. And he explains the video that I just sent you, the YouTube video.
I saw that same thing on this, just saying.
In that $17 billion round, and I did a Zoom with him. And after the Zoom, I'm like, this doesn't make much sense, but I'll have my team do some work. We did some work, and we sent him a 2-page deck. And we said, here are our recommendations for taking the next step. One was the formation of a board. The second was the creation of dual-class stock. The third was some reps and warranties around affiliated transactions and related party transactions. And the person that worked there called us back and literally, I'm not kidding you, said, go fuck yourself. He pitched us.
Yeah. So that was part of it. The reason why I wanted you to play the video, the YouTube video has more of it. And the YouTube video also, I wanted to credit whoever put it up there so they could get people to see it. So what was the YouTube video title? It says, this collapse is way bigger than SBF. How do you say his name? Chamath. How do you say the last name, though?
No idea.
Yeah. Palihap Itia reacts to FTX. Sorry if I fucked up your name, sir. But it's the Savvy, S-A-V-V-Y YouTube page. And so this is longer. And it explains like what these people were doing and the token part. So if you give it
Developing
volume here.
story of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried is playing
Look at
out
that
like
fella.
a Netflix documentary.
Imagine that
each
fella
day
taking
being
care of
a
your
new
money.
episode in real time.
Fuck
Crypto
outta here.
Twitter has alleged that Sam Bankman-Fried was on the run and tried to flee to South America. Others believed he tried to flee to Dubai. Cointelegraph reported that Bahamian authorities have Bankman-Fried and 2 other executives under supervision. Reuters reported that they reached out to SBF to ask him via text if he left the Bahamas, and he said, nope. After lying to his followers continually on Twitter about anything pertinent to FTX, it would be very hard to imagine him answering, yes, I'm on the run.
Bye-bye, Tata, goodbye.
But anyway, more and more high-level people are sharing their experiences with SBF and looking back for any red flags and what they might have missed. Elon Musk took to Twitter to confirm a story about SBF investing $3 billion into Twitter. Elon said that SBF set off his BS detector. As a guest on the All In podcast, Brian Armstrong also suggested that something was off when he compared Coinbase's revenues to that of FTX, but for whatever reason, SBF had substantially more cash for donations, corporate buyouts, etc., being heralded in the media as the white knight of crypto. In his All In podcast, Chamath Palihapitiya also shared his own experience with Bankman-Fried, but instead of focusing on SBF, Chamath went deeper into the subject and believes there is a systemic issue at hand that needs to be dealt with immediately. But before we listen to Chamath, if you're new to the channel or not subscribed, make sure you subscribe as we put out daily content to keep you updated on the current market and news.
There was an article that appeared that said that the head of compliance at FTX was also the head of compliance at a poker site called Ultimate Bet, which in the 2010s did this exact thing, apparently. Some version of this where they went in and they looked at hole cards of poker players, and then a few employees inside the business would basically play against these folks, knowing what the hole cards were, ran this cheat, stole millions of dollars. Somehow that person found a way to be head of compliance at FTX.
Yeah.
10 years later. This happens in the public markets a lot as well. So like when you see heavily shorted names, or when you know that certain hedge funds are on the brink, other hedge funds will go in and essentially force a margin call and a stop out, because then it's what causes all of these runs. And if you look actually inside of GameStop, the reason why you got all this gambling